Restarted the stream. I don't know what happened there. I'll see if you guys come back in before continuing on. That is weird. Don't know what happened there. Let me just see if I'm live or not. Hey, Spectre Saunders. I don't know what happened there. On Streamlabs, it was absolutely fine. There was no indication that my stream dropped at all. Dante just came upstairs to let me know what had happened, so I've just basically stopped and started the stream again. And hopefully it will work absolutely fine. But am I live on both Twitch and YouTube? Am I live? It's such a pain. Okay, so according to this, there's 6 people on Twitch. Is that right? Am I live? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I'm waving. Can you see me? Am I here? Am I real? No one knows. Okay, and we've got 4 people. Back on both sides. Okay, so we're back on Twitch. We're back on YouTube. Fabulous. Do not know what happened there. That was completely random. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That was so strange. I didn't get any... Usually if something goes wrong with the stream, I get like a lost connection type thing in the Streamlabs to say that like it's dropped. But I didn't get anything. So there was no indication on my side that anything was wrong until obviously you guys started, you know, feeding through in the comments, and then Dante came upstairs to let me know that something was wrong. So yeah, that's hopefully it will stay stable. I can't be doing with issues tonight, so hopefully it will just stay stable.
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have. There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Is everything coming through okay, guys? Can you just let me know, please? Is everything coming through absolutely fine? Because now I'm paranoid, which is awesome. Apex status. Lieutenant, based on status report 16C, it seems we're no closer to gaining a foothold in any sector. Without decent recon and greater intel on this enemy, I started to think our efforts are futile. The risks involved and continued loss of resources and lives makes it hard to justify. With morale this low, we need to scale down expectations. Kandros. Okay. Okay, let's speak to... Do we want to speak to Kandros yet? I feel like we've got to still speak to people. Yeah, Director Tan is the last thing that will kick things off, I think.
Help you?
Pathfinder Rider.
Maybe it did, Spectre. Maybe it did pay for me. Maybe my internet wanted a 3-day weekend. I hope not. I want to stream tonight.
Nilken, you're moving.
Maybe there's more pressure on the network because more people are online.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Oh, right. This is the side mission.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him.
Hi, AJ. Things look good for me. Okay. Hey, Fake Gamer Girl. Hello. I'm glad things are coming through okay. I don't know what happened there, guys. Sorry about that. It's really, really annoying. And then he ended up dead.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. but I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
Yeah, I think from what I remember, like Garrison in the original trilogy, like any Turians with their face like not painted, like cannot be trusted. Like it's kind of like a badge of dishonor, sort of. I always think the Turians in the Nexus look a little weird. Like their coloring and their texture. I just thought it looked a little off compared to the trilogy, what we're used to, anyway.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Speak with Kandros. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm not even going to bother with the arms merchant yet. Hey Oswin, yeah, it's good to be back. Thank you very much. It's nice to be back streaming. And I uploaded a Mass Effect video today, guys, which is really awesome. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to watch it. I did a collaboration with some other content creators on YouTube about what our wish list is, what we want in the next Mass Effect. Really enjoyed being part of it. Uploaded it on my channel about 2 hours ago. So if you haven't already done so, please do go check that out. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What are you wanting in the next Mass Effect? We're hoping to maybe start doing, or if I can organize it with them, I'd like to start doing like a podcast, like stream or video with Mass Effect content creators, like to talk about things. I think it would be really cool, to sort of have that kind of thing. But I totally would be interested in your feedback or the kinds of things you'd like to see or like us to talk about. Please do share that.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
Do you know what I think the biggest issue is with this section is the lighting? The lighting's really off, I think. I think that's why it looks a bit weird for me. For me personally, that's just my take on it. Hey, Super Mutant, how's it going? I think I saw that video. Awesome. What did you think? Did you enjoy it? I hope you enjoyed it. And it was awesome to sort of interact with them. Well, I'm hoping to do podcasts with them anyway, but we'll see if we can organize something. I want to try and get like some other big YouTubers in, like Big Dan Gaming. Like I want to see if I can get him involved as well. But we'll see. People are very busy, and they have schedules and lives and things that get in the way. But hopefully we can organize something for the community, which would be really, really cool.
I spoke with Nilk and Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
It doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
That is the difference between murder and accidental death.
In this case, motive plus opportunity plus eyewitness account equals
Mr. Holton,
murder.
right, okay.
Look, knock yourself
Cool,
out.
thank you.
Key witness Cassidy Shaw works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
CSET wouldn't
good
take
one?
him.
The Kandros family
Maybe.
is old military. There were expectations, Then my sister became a sculptor, and cousin Nyreen went pirate on Omega. Everyone
Nyreen!
was proud that I stayed in service.
Oh, I loved
But I kept
Nyreen.
wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. but it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
I guess it would make sense, Tix, right? That the lighting, I mean, they're running on very low power here, right? So it makes sense that it would feel artificial. And I guess that's what they're going for. So you do raise a really good point, actually. But yeah, first impression's not great. But in terms of like what's going on in the context, it actually does make a lot of sense. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. You know, I love my hat. I love my hat. Like, it's one of the best purchases I ever made, for sure.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding?
I feel like maybe I need an
I was
Andromeda
escorting a
hat,
prospecting
maybe,
team on
but
some moon
I can't
when
rock
these
white.
jets
It's not my
found us.
color.
They
Black
pinned
and
us
red
like
is my
cattle for
color.
experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket.
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
It's rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time.
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Okay, strike team missions.
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder. Please speak with Tyr and Kandros for authorization to participate.
Play back. Hold on. Hold on. So many missions. Right, okay, let's go journal. First strike. Speak to Kandros on the Nexus. Oh, okay, that's to do the strike. Where is... Right, that's how we get to side missions, I think. Yeah, Crisis on... Yep. Andromeda. I will be doing every single mission in Andromeda. Just like I did with the Legendary Edition, guys. I will be playing through absolutely everything that I can play through in this, without a doubt. This is definitely the Codex. How do I switch to, like, secondary missions? Okay. 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 Ah, here it is. There it is. Helios assignments. Optional playback. Let's do this one. Let's get this side mission done while we're here. We may as well. Right. Playback the recording.
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Okay. There's a witness. Looks like they're above us.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion.
All right, well,
Non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coverage is
moving
complete.
on. Docking clamps. Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the Chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Why was he... Well, obviously his chest was blown open, so that would be why he was shocked. That's a silly question.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilkin said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilkin seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilkin in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
This screen keeps doing this weird, like, black flash thing. So strange.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
So this is probably, I'll have to find the body. I think I remember having to find the body on Eos, I think, which is where we go next, I think. Yeah, I have to speak to Tan about this. Maybe I will speak to Tan afterwards. And I'm just going to switch to the other mission. Let's go back. I think getting to know the Nexus. Speak with Tan, speak with Kesh. So let's speak with Kesh first. I do like the improved like journal mechanics, like so much better, like tracking missions than it was in you know, Mass Effect 3. I wish they'd improved that in the Legendary Edition, along with all the other improvements that they made. But it is definitely a lot better to keep track of your missions in Andromeda.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
Hey Alex, welcome back. And I like Kesh. Kesh is one of my favorite kind of NPC characters in Andromeda. I actually enjoyed Andromeda, you know. I thought when it first came out that it got a lot of harsh like treatment, a harsh criticism. There were problems, don't get me wrong. It had issues, and you know, in certain ways it had a lot to live up to with the original trilogy, and especially after the controversy of the ending of Mass Effect 3. But I do think it really had got a hard time. I am really looking forward to playing back through Andromeda. Actually, if I'm honest with you guys, I've only actually played Andromeda once through as a Sarah Ryder. I did my Let's Play of that, which is on my channel, and you can totally check that out if you want to get my like first initial reactions to it. But I'm very much looking forward to playing through as Scott and making different decisions, different choices, and obviously different romance. So I'm looking forward to streaming this with you guys. Yeah, definitely.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
Tan. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions.
Female
I
Krogan
can
are so
tell
cool.
you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda initiative. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
Jennifer, we cured it. It's cured, you know, but not for these guys. Like, it's not cured for these Krogan, because like they're not on. Oh, that's kind of sad when you think about it. Let's talk. Like, we'll work our way down.
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Yeah, I enjoyed it
Situation's
too
gone to
for what
shit
it was
pretty much
too.
Sums it up. There's arcs missing.
I feel like in
idiots
some
tried to
places it played
mutiny
it a
and
bit
take
too
over,
safe with the
then More
story.
idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Garson, was killed.
What happened to Jean Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
And I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
I love the idea of an engineer Krogan. I just think it's awesome. I think it's so awesome. It subverts everybody's expectations of what the Krogan are or what the Krogan should be. I love it. I love that they went there. So good.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
I think you can nominate Kesh to be ambassador at the end. I think it's quite funny if you do it. I might do it, maybe.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%.
Oh, really?
Which is a lot better than what we had.
I'm forgetting that maybe then.
Beyond all the statistics,
I love
it means
Kesh.
more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
Nothing more for now.
Good luck out there.
I love how, like, in Andromeda, they went as far removed from the N7 colors as they possibly could do, like with the whole black and white motif. Like,
Yes,
it's
I
as
know
far
the Hyperion
removed
doctor
as you can
announced
get
lots
from
of
like
switches
the Mass Effect N7 colors that we are used to. It's kind of funny. I quite like it. It does make it very distinct. There are definitely things to interact with down here from the looks of it. These white kind of icons. Maybe that's this. What's Kandros?
That's the console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
What situations should they handle?
Protecting civilian outposts holding key positions, or just distracting the kit. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
Dude, they just met me, but they're trusting me so much. Right, let's actually have a look at these strike team missions. Okay. Time required. Yeah, so this is where you send them out, isn't it? Oh, yeah. I remember. Oh, wow. Okay, these missions are currently available for your strike teams. Select a mission with A to send a strike team. Check back daily for new available missions. Icon describes the difficulty of the mission. Read the description for each mission, the time limit to attempt the mission, the reward for successfully completing the mission, and any mission traits or properties. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. Distract. So, all got the same kind of... Okay. Loot box. Dude, man. Sure, why not? 78% chance. Oh, this is me playing it in multiplayer. Got ya. I may well check out some of the multiplayer at some point for you guys, if you guys are interested. If you guys want me to check out the multiplayer, I definitely would be, you know, keen to do that. I think that's a shop. We're not going to do that. And I think that's pretty much everything. So we'll go talk to Tan. Yeah, the mobile app. Oh, God, that brings me back. I do remember that. Jesus. Crazy. Yeah, it does. Yeah, running in the background.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we've found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Okay. Casual or professional? You trust me now? Do you know what? I'm going to try and keep... I think this is professional, I think. But I'm going to be a little bit suspect. Like, everyone else, like, yeah. Like, why are you trusting me?
I thought it didn't measure up as Pathfinder.
Director Addison keeps her own counsel. I keep mine.
And when you disagree?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
In other words, he has no clue.
Think I should go check on things.
He has no idea and wants you to figure it out because you're the main player.
Off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Dude, man. Hey, Mistress of Dark. Good evening. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, nice when you're playing in Cyberpunk while watching. Well, thank you for watching. How are you enjoying Cyberpunk? Hope you're enjoying it. AC Valhalla. That is a big game, Oswin. It's a good game, but it's a very big game. Prepare to put lots of hours into that, for sure. Yeah, I hope they in the video where we recently sort of went through our wish list, Mother Mantis had a really good idea in terms of dark matter and linking the trilogy to Andromeda through that. I found that idea completely fascinating. I really want to discuss that with her in a lot more detail. So hopefully we can do a podcast on that, like on the original ending, on dark matter, on Drew Karpyshyn's vision, and just explore that side of the lore. That would be so cool. So I hope I can organize some kind of podcast to talk about that. Or just do research and do a video on it myself if you guys will be interested in learning a lot more about that side of it. But yeah, it's super fascinating is dark matter, and I'd love to explore more of it. I don't think they fully cover it in Andromeda, but it is definitely touched upon. Placing bets on people is part of my job. Placing bets with people's lives is not cool, man.
The way I see it, you need me. If I pull this off, maybe you'll look like the leader you pretend to be.
But first, you have to succeed at being the Pathfinder you pretend to be.
Okay.
Where's my ship?
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No.
Totally fine.
I'm fine.
I'm okay. All right, fabulous. So, lots to do. So I guess we're gonna go down. Yeah, okay. Whoa, Raj, what you doing, dude?
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine.
Just fried.
My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing this. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Scanning mission.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Have I seen the new Star Trek Strange New Worlds opening intro theme? I haven't seen the opening intro. I saw the trailer and it looks really, really good. For those who don't know, I'm a big Star Trek fan, which is why I'm so heartbroken over the new Picard series, which is just so bad. So bad. Painfully bad. But I will say that I am actually interested in the new Strange New Worlds show, so I'm definitely going to check that out, and I hope it will be good. I really do. But I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched the intro or the themes, so I'm looking forward to that. Obviously, we're going to accept the side mission.
What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one.
Yeah, I agree with you, Simon. I think that's why it feels a little off. It doesn't feel right because obviously it's using a different engine. So even the character, like the models and everything, just feels different. You know, it doesn't feel. It is Mass Effect, obviously, but it just feels a little off, a little strange for me. The character models. Yeah, okay. So let's go do... Oh, I guess I got to go back and speak to Tan about that. Let's go and investigate these sides. I do want to do side missions as I'm going through, guys. Just because it's very good for story and also, like... Oh, crap. How do I scan again? I've forgotten how to scan. How do I scan? Not like that. Okay. Is it right? Is it stick? Down. Oh, left.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
Oh, okay. Alright, so it's going up here.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Yeah, I always felt that like Frostbite is just an engine that is not made for RPGs. It's very much for like first person, you know. Okay. Nobody. Okay. Anything else? No, didn't say anything. No wires. No. Okay. Pathfinder HQ. Okay. Sure, don't mind me. Oh, here we go.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Above us. It's going all the way up and across. Oh, it's up there. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just being all casual scanning. Dodgy. Okay.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels. as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Oh, dude. Okay. Run. Oh, wait a minute. If we're going back to the Hyperion, we have to do that for Sam anyway. So let's go talk to, yeah. Let's go do this one. We're just going to go talk to Tan. Just because I think that will activate us to go to look for the body on EOS. I want to try and maximize my time.
Ryder, you may have a less than flattering view of me, but I want to express my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
I'll find them.
They're as much a part of the initiative as the human arc. We'll find them.
We have to. Tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
I'm looking into the Nilk and Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Oh, lots to talk about. Oh, so much talking. I forgot how much, like, actual talking to people there is in this initial bit.
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Garson, is dead.
Yeah, Tix. Thankfully, EA have actually relaxed their stance on that. So now they've stopped stipulating that the development teams have to work on Frostbite. So the next Mass Effect is going to be run on Unreal Engine. I think they were hiring for people that were trained in Unreal Engine 4 and 5. That has me excited because obviously Unreal Engine is the engine they use for the original trilogy. So I'm very much all down for that. That's why one of the reasons I'm excited, among other reasons, obviously. But yeah, I think they have realized the error with that and how that causes a lot of issues. Obviously, BioWare really struggled with the Frostbite engine. They really, really did. You know, Mass Effect Andromeda and all the bugs and issues and the amount of time it took to get systems working. And then obviously the nightmare that was Anthem. They really have struggled with Frostbite. It's not an engine that I think that lends itself well to RPG systems. So I'm very happy that they have that freedom back, which hopefully will be a lot better.
How did Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership. When the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
That's really tragic.
Candace mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved.
You're letting your racism
Their
show.
muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Jesus.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts.
Uplift.
What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
So bad.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
I think you'll find the bravest soul is back in the Milky Way. Just saying. Taking on the Reapers.
What do you know about the early
Many
days
a
of the
brave soul there.
As most everyone knows, Jean Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons, one for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness, finding the thing that eludes them, the thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda.
Basically,
Though I'm
the
not
Citadel.
sure what they were
Like the
thinking,
Citadel.
lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Okay.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Jean Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
Revenue management? So you were a banker?
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry. Any more information you can give me on the missing Arks?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian Arks are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other Arks, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other Arks we should expect?
Oh, I wish there
We had
had
hoped
have been.
Quarians would be
Quarian,
part of
that would have
the
been the
first wave,
DLC.
but
I
before
wish we could have
departure
got
in
that DLC.
2185,
I would have
we
liked
got
to have gotten
word
that
they had
DLC.
technical
Obviously, we've
problems
got
with
the
their
book.
ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well.
There's so much potential.
Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
If you do all the side missions, you have at least 1 more hour of talking to do.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
Yay me!
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course, as you pointed out, we need each other. Our futures depend on each other's success.
Okay, speak with the scientists. Okay. Yeah, I need to investigate. Yeah, that's the murder. So much stuff. Confront the saboteur. That's fine. Right, let's find the saboteurs down here. I think they're on the actual yeah, on the Hyperion. How long is this game? It's shorter, I think, than Mass Effect 3 is, because obviously it doesn't have any DLC content, but it's a good, God, at least 40 hours? I can't remember, but I remember, like, in terms of uploading parts on my Let's Play, I think I uploaded like 40 parts or about that. Can't remember, but it's an RPG, so it's fairly lengthy. There's a good length to it, but I don't think it's as long as, say, it's longer than Mass Effect 1, but maybe not as long as, say, Mass Effect 2 or Mass Effect 3. And there are also companion loyalty missions on this as well, which is one of the elements that I really, really liked. I think we're on the right mission, aren't we? Yeah, the saboteur. I think it's still, you still get a good length game out of it. Oh, right, yeah.
Zara Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here, I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Callis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Pattle's. A third party seems likely.
I can't remember how long the game is, to be fair. It has been a while since I've played it. But I remember it's definitely on par with, like, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3. I can't remember. You could probably, if you go on to how long to beat, I think that's a good website. You can sometimes put games in there and it'll give you sort of like main story and then like 100% completion and kind of those kind of times. But yeah, I think it's pretty long with doing all of the side missions anyway.
Looks like someone is using both you and Raj to cover their tracks.
They'd need pretty high-level access for that. Still, it's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Okay. It would be cool to have like some kind of container. Like countdown counter on that. Oh, we got an assault rifle. Hell yes. I like that. Although I am pretty much maining shotguns right now because I'm completely doing I started off kind of playing aggressive like a Vanguard. So I'm currently doing a lot of shotgunning. Well, I suppose if you're not wanting to play it yourself, I still think it... Oh, sugar, I went to the wrong place. I still think it is worth playing, but if you're not wanting to play it yourself, Alex, you're more than welcome to watch the playthrough all the way through and join us for that. And, you know, hopefully maybe you'll enjoy it. It might change your mind, possibly. as you watch more of it, maybe. Still early days in on the game, but once we start meeting more of the characters, and it starts off a bit slow, does Andromeda, but once the story starts kicking off, then it starts to get more interesting. It just starts pretty slow. Okay.
All personnel, be aware of any...
Okay, security footage. Network access instability detected. Timestamp scrambled. Playback corrupted. From Tiran Kandros to Yarun Tan. Kandros, as you're aware, there was a mutiny aboard the Nexus during your absence. Events escalated quickly, but we believe it began with a fire in hydroponics and theft in the armory. Motivations for the uprising vary. Mob mentality was certainly a factor. But the leaders, including your predecessor, former security director Sloane Kelly, it was a conscious betrayal. There have been perfunctory attempts to catalogue and address the damages caused by Sloane's people during the uprising. Supplies stolen, equipment broken, things of that nature. But I was hoping the militia could step in and draw up an official report. It's imperative we know what we are working with if we are going to survive. Director Tam. Regarding damage control, Director Tan, I need my people focused on defending the station, not taking inventory. If you really need militia oversight, I'll send Sergeant Nels to look at it. That said, it was my understanding the exiles were more Calix's people than Sloane's. Isn't he the one who started the mutiny? Kandros. Calix, two Kandros from Tan. Calix Corvanus may have started it, but Sloane made her allegiances clear. I know she held you in high regard, but I hope you can be impartial when it comes to this task. Director Tan. Sloane Kelly is not who I thought she was. There won't be a problem. Kandros. Good. Then you won't object to sending a small and discreet reconnaissance team to find out where Sloane and the exiles might have gone. When we do get colonial efforts up and running, I don't want any surprises. Director Tan. Forwarding report from Recon Team 232. Trails cold. Found what looks like abandoned camps in the FIFA system, but none with living inhabitants, only graveyards. The conspirator Irida was among the dead, but not Sloane Kelly. Kandros. Okay, let's activate the security footage.
This file is useless. Let's check another.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another.
All right.
This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Someone working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion.
So that does not narrow it down.
You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
Got it.
That really doesn't narrow it down, like, at all. Okay. That's up there. Right, let's, oh, okay. Hit the back, maybe?
Inaccurate match.
Right.
This person is not a match.
Below us? Okay, below us and through.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion
Oop.
are on hold. Please await further...
So I'm curious how many of you guys have actually played Andromeda, and how many of you have never played it. I'm very curious.
Biometrics do not match.
Totally soul-like. Alright, okay. Huh?
Scan results show a partial positive. Target is most likely suspect.
Who is he?
Dale Atkins reports to Kandros' department, assigned to station security.
Dale Atkins, right? We need to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
Aha, is that what you call it?
Is that what sabotage is called these days? Work?
You're pretty arrogant for the new kid. You don't even know what's been going on.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Figures. Screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers. My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
I'm sorry for what happened, but setting explosives isn't the answer.
Neither was sending people into exile because they didn't agree with policy. I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people, killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
It's not up to me.
Not my call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision? That'll be the day.
Okay. Ding ding. Hell yeah. Oh, they started to go a little bit Mass Effect-y. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, can I level? I really need to level. Oh, I need all the points, man. I need all the points. So at the moment, I'm mostly speccing into Biotic because I'm doing Charge and Nova. I'm wondering what a third good move would be to get. I think, yeah, like I really want Singularity, but I've got to get it up and level up more points. So I could do Shockwave. Detonates combo primers. So, yeah. Right, so that's a detonator, is charge, I think. That's what that symbol means. Yeah, that's a detonator. And I think I'm looking for a primer. Which is, I think that's a primer, as is Singularity. I think the left symbol means primer. So I think some of them you can level them up a little bit to be able to get primer. Maybe I'll go for pull. I think that would be cool. Yeah, I think I'll go for pull. I'm going to go all for biotics to start off with. Oh yeah, you can hold them, can't you? And then you can throw them. I remember that being a really cool new addition. Let's get charge up. Damage and force. Yeah, let's oh, it's cost me 3 points. Okay. And I've got 2. That's fine. Pull. More recharge is always good. Let's get that up. No. Did I just get rid of that? I did. Okay. Back. And then confirm and exit. There are unconfirmed changes. Confirm these changes. Confirm. Okay, that's weird that you have to do that. Right, let's see what Cora's got. So Cora's also like a vanguard, so I probably am not gonna do like much in the way of having her in my crew. I don't think. Just because she's also a vanguard. I need 2 points on that. Can't get that yet. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I definitely will be unlocking profile for sure. I played the game for around 20 hours, just couldn't get into the game. Yeah, you have to really do push through, definitely. Oh, there's more chat coming through now, guys. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, partially replayed it a couple of times since then. I've played it. I'm in the middle of a New Game Plus playthrough. It's better with the better weapons, agreed. Finished my first playthrough beginning of year. Currently on my normal playthrough. Haven't played recently, though. Awesome. Hi, Kate and Dante. I've played Andromeda 5 times. I loved it. Hey, Sonia. How's it going? That's cool. You played it. You must really love it if you've played it 5 times. That's really cool. If you go to profile, you can use powers from all classes. Yeah, I know. I think at the moment, I don't think it's quite unlocked yet, is profile. Yeah, it's still blocked. I think I still need to progress like more of the actual like story to level that up. So I want to get Overload, but I need 18 skill points. That's crazy. Let's make him more survivable. That's fine. Okay. I do think the game got overhated. It's really not Anthem levels of bad. I agree with you, Spectre Saunders. It is definitely a lot better than Anthem was. Anthem was just a disaster, a complete disaster. Right, let's have a look at the journal, see what missions I've got. I think I'm back on the main mission, which is to speak to Sam in Sam Node. Yeah, I think it's when you visit Sam Node, yeah. So once I get that, I can unlock profiles, which will allow me to use, like, switch between powers. I get why they did, like, you know, profiles to give people more flexibility, but I actually prefer the set classes. I feel that it makes you feel a little bit more specialized, and it does lead to replay value. So while you could do some, it was really cool to be able to do that in the middle of the game. It just felt a little bit like overpowered.
Hello, Ryder. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
Why the secrecy?
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
Secrecy, maybe people couldn't handle it, could scare people, possibly.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing.
But beyond what many people will accept, your father knew some would fear it.
Yeah, he's got a point. So what does this mean for the two of us?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
I think this is where... Oh, profiles, here we go. I think this is where you find Liara's recording, I think, is in your dad's quarters. So profiles allow Sam to reconfigure Ryder's implant for superior battlefield performance. Select a profile and press A to activate it. So at the moment I can do Adept, invest in combat tech and biotic skills to unlock more powerful profiles in a variety of styles. So, yeah, Adept, which increases my biotic, all of this. Biotic jump and evade. Instead of a jump jet, use biotics to jump and evade. Biotic combos can set off additional explosions on each enemy. I think Vanguard at the moment. Melee force, biotic recharge speed, power shield, cost reduction, that's nice. Max shield is also nice. Melee attacks restore shields, also good. So I think I will be doing Vanguard to start off with. But it's cool. Right, so that's fine. You got a little Vanguard symbol, that's cool. Right, so that's done. Find a way to remove Sam's memory blocks. Right, this is where we're going into our dad's go to the ship. Hold on. Yeah, that's the find a way. So if I click on that, can I do that now? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Let's do this, and then we'll go to the ship.
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn said to seal
father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
Some that needs scanning. Something needs scanning.
Printed books?
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
Maybe it's the memory trigger? Yeah, here it is.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you, needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like. What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man.
I mean, you were asleep for the 600 years, but yeah. Ha! Liara! Yay!
Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara Tassoni. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back.
Awesome.
She's got experience studying ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research. Could be useful in Andromeda.
Pretty sure my sisters mentioned Dr. Tassoni, an expert on Protheans.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. If you play as Sarah, she's proper into like, yeah, it's cool. She's proper into like the Protheans and stuff, and she kind of freaks out a little bit. I like that. I think I played as Sarah first.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. I'm flattered you contacted me. Most scientists dismiss my work, but I'm young and Asari, and they are getting older. So we will see who has the final word. In the meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope your team finds it useful.
I wonder when this was sent. If this was sent before she met Shepard. Yeah, I wonder if this is like earlier, Liara, you know?
Hello, Alec. I received your message. I must say the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Yeah, I think I remember the first time I heard this, I got like, yeah, I proper like got a little emotional. I was like, oh, I miss Liara.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Sarah. Dr. Tapero says she'll be fine, but she's my daughter. How can I not worry? I hate to leave her like this. It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often. Or ever. Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
Mm-hmm.
That log is not currently accessible.
Yeah, you get
Unlocking
these
my
through
memory array
unlocking the
may
memory
enable it.
array. Yeah. So there's no point with any of them yet. Oh, audio excerpt.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
I think that's it, right?
I am Dr.
Yeah.
Liara Tassoni,
Okay.
and I've spent several decades.
It was nice to hear Liara's voice.
It
Oh,
is
we'll wait for her to
common
finish
knowledge
that.
the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50.
Oh, that's interesting, Mistress of Dark. So Andromeda is actually the first Mass Effect game that you played. That's really interesting. I mean, in a way, I suppose that would be better because then you don't have any reference or anything to compare, but you don't get to kind of learn about these races like you did in the original Mass Effect for the first time. How did you find that, like playing Andromeda first and then playing the trilogy? I'm assuming you played the trilogy after. How did you find that, you know, playing it in that order?
When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species truly extinct? The Prothean civilizations spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out. While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the galaxy one day, the chances are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology.
Normandy SR2, why would you have a model of the Normandy SR2? Why would you I mean, it's cool, but why would you have that?
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times.
It's a shame that he died so early on, because I bet he had some really interesting, like, stories and tidbits on things, like, especially the First Contact Wars. Like, that would have been so interesting to find out more about that from him.
When studying an extinct race, it is important that our preconceptions and current knowledge not color the facts. We must look to the evidence itself. The Protheans constructed the Citadel and an incredible network of Mass Effect relays. This speaks to a culture of the highest order. Such a monumental achievement surely must come from an enlightened race that was in harmony with its people, free of conflict and strife. Without the ability to study a living example, however, this can never be determined with 100% accuracy.
And 7K fan service, that's the only reason the model is there. Yeah, you are right. It is just pure fan service. I get it. I know. It's just funny. It's really weird. I could get Shepard wanting to collect all these models of ships that she's seen and encountered. But yeah, that is pure fan service.
Ryder,
Let's see
the
this
blocks
memory.
your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
I think it would have been better to play as the father longer.
I can
but
actually see
yeah,
his memories?
I can
Yes,
see why they did
you
it.
will experience them via your implant.
Okay. Something new every day. Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both. There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Alec?
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
He told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
Wow. Hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
I would hope so. Mom's life was worth fighting for.
It would seem his obstinance extended to me as well.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on him.
Oh, there's so many things to ask. Okay. Wow. Yeah, okay. This is, mostly a talking and listening kind of stream. Maybe we'll get to some action in the second half.
I take it you're based here in Samnode?
Correct. This is where my core processing unit resides. However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over great distances.
What more can you tell me about my implant?
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. I can see, hear, and experience the same stimuli you do while in the field.
Can you imagine if Edie was able to do that with Shepard? Can you imagine?
Analysis of the situation.
That would have been so cool.
Then Dad added the secret sauce.
I liked having Edie and Alco in 3.
Physiology.
Just be careful.
Uh-huh. Just promise you won't fry my brain or anything.
Trust is an important concept in any relationship. Alec taught me that. I will not fry your brain. It would end badly for both of us.
Me more than you. Do you know anything more about Sarah's condition?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's reports. He is providing her with the very best care possible. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
What are your capabilities?
Each ARC houses a SAM, Simulated Adaptive Matrix. Each is an artificial intelligence designed by Alec Ryder to support Pathfinders and their teams.
But AI is illegal in the Milky Way. How'd my dad get around that?
We're not in the
Exceptions
Milky
were
Way
made.
anymore.
The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Our design was
Aye,
conducted in
true.
secret.
Shepard was OP enough, Dante. You are right. Can you imagine how more OP Shepard would have been with this ability?
So there are other Sams out there?
Even more
Correct.
OP.
However, your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
What did you mean by a symbiotic relationship?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship between two life forms. A flower provides nectar to a bee, who in turn provides pollen for the flower. The bee gains nourishment, and the flower can propagate. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences, and will now expand with yours. In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. We each benefit.
That's all for now.
Of course.
Okay. So we could go, let's go back and just unlock more of the, whoa, that running, Jesus Christ. Unlock more of the next one on this, listen to it, and then we'll go to the ship. Yeah, Ellen's disease. Yeah, so I think there's 3 more to find.
Amazing how life can change in an instant. Suddenly my career doesn't matter. This incredible woman I've been married to all these years. She's facing the end. All I think about are the times I wasn't there for her. Well, that's going to change. It occurs to me that Sam might be more than I ever imagined.
Alright, let's go back. That's fine. Right, so we're gonna go to the ship. I do love this bit. I remember this bit being very cool. I think this is where we meet Vetra, from what I remember. I love Vetra. She's one of my favorite characters. She's very cool. Not sure which way we're going here. above from the looks of it. Not that way. Oh, that's the captain.
Ryder,
You're not on the bridge, Captain?
we powered it down. Can't afford to waste energy. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told them to keep their hands off Alec's quarters. You have access now.
Thanks.
Hey, sorry about your father. He was really good at what he did. Just not so good at working with people. He was right about going planetside, though.
I didn't really know him, I guess. I mean, he was away a lot of the time.
He was a stranger to me. Really?
Not like any of us knew him. He kept people at bay.
Talk to the
If there's
scientists.
anything else I can help with?
Well, I went off
let me
pizza
know.
time. Okay. Anyone else having mealtime during a stream? Nice. What pizza have you got there, Tiggs? Okay.
Now
let's
that
have
the
a chat.
Hyperion is docked, what'll you do?
Normally, I'd supervise thawing out the colonists, but that's been put on hold. I hear you're the one helping resolve the issue. Good luck with that.
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster, even 5 years ago.
Are you kidding me? I'd have laughed them out of the quadrant. Although the way things are now isn't exactly what I was hoping for either. We all knew there was a possibility on arrival of less than ideal circumstances. When you sign up, you hope for the best and plan for the worst.
Why did you join the initiative? We're a long way from home.
How could I not? I love my job. Coming here, all this, it was just a logical extension of what I already do. Sailing through new stars, discovering new worlds. What self-respecting explorer could pass that up?
Thanks for the talk.
All right. I have requests to submit, administrators to harass, and people to wake up. I'd better get to it. Good luck out there.
Nice, Tiggs. Pizza's good. I actually had pasta for dinner because it's easy to eat. How does Andromeda hold up compared to its release, Scoopmeister? It's definitely holding up a lot better than it did on the original release. Obviously, when it first came out, there were definitely some bugs, you know, some glitches. So it is definitely holding up a lot better compared to that. Here we go. Speak to the scientists. So that's this way. Do we have to go back? Or is it here? Yeah, I have to go back, don't I? Oh, dude. Really? Okay, that's fine. How do you use soldier? Okay, let's do this then. So what do you guys all have planned this weekend? You guys have anything planned this weekend? Or are you just having a nice chilled one? Any specific games you're going to play or things you're going to do? Oh, yes, I remember this.
What if they store oxygen?
Do remember this.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
Uh-huh.
What fields do you study?
Herrick's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real
You're
workspace.
eating sweeties,
Who
Dante.
can think with all this racket?